Namaste. This is your weekly reading for November 3rd to 9th with the Queen of Cups, Montreal. This week we're back to the good old Universal Goddess Tarot. We're going to do this temple spread. Remember to stay tuned because at the end of the reading I will give you my crystal prescription for the week ahead. Our signifier this week is the Nine of Swords, indicating that there are some negative ruminations and thought patterns that some of you are getting caught up in. As a clarifier for our signifier, I pulled from the top deck the Five of Wands. And this indicates that this week a lot of you are going to experience a dispute with someone you potentially love or care about, but I do see a dispute coming for several of you. All right. Now, in the position of the unknown is Rose Merta. She's a self-sufficient, independent goddess, and she suggests, her being here, suggests that this dispute arose because it's time for you to stand on your own 2 feet. This indicates that exercise some independence and confidence. It's time to spread your wings a little bit. You and this person that you're going to end up in the dispute with have been in a pressure cooker for some time. Okay, so it's time for you to rely on your own merit, on your own tools, and break the tension a little bit. They've either been too dependent on you, vice versa, or maybe both, and it's leading to feelings of resentment and tension. So that's the problem from the unknown, what we're not acknowledging within ourselves. The goddess of light is right here, and her name is Sakuntala. She represents the problem from a rational point of view. Some of you are afraid and you're feeling persecuted. Someone is turning on you. You feel attacked. This reminds us that our fears and feelings of being under attack are legitimate, that we are experiencing some sort of onslaught, but that negative ruminations and negative thought patterns indicated by our signifier can actually make these feelings worse. They can make us hyper-focused on what seems to be going wrong in this connection or this relationship. So just keep that in mind. Keep your thoughts kind of clear and try not to ruminate on things. And stay tuned because at the end of the reading I'm going to give you some crystal suggestions for crystals that'll help keep your mind clear and keep it rid of negative thought loops. The goddess of the heart is Inanna, and she's the Sumerian goddess of possession, and she wants you to know your boundaries. She wants you to recognize the other person's boundaries. Find stability in this emotional upheaval and relational upheaval. Take a step back, even more beyond what your previous boundaries were, so that until cooler thoughts can prevail. And you have to be respectful of that person, giving that person space too, because if you keep coming back to it and back to this dispute, I don't think that things will get solved in the way you want, because we need to sometimes let cooler thoughts, cooler energies prevail and calm down a little bit. So that's important. Okay, the goddess of light is Aka Laurentia. And she's here to signify you don't have to deal with this alone. Even if you're pulling away from this person you're in dispute with, if they're a lover or family member or friend, you have other loved ones, friends, acquaintances. There are, other resources out there for you. Don't try and go this alone. And sometimes the situation is so particular or so private that we can't go to another person with it. But, even go to your guides, go to your higher self in meditation. Try and connect with something outside of yourself or even deeper within. And, there's readers out there. If you have a trusted reader, confidant, counselor, go to them. Never go difficult situations alone, because it just sometimes exasperates our tension. Okay. The Iroquoian goddess here indicates that the sacrifice or the offering that must be made is complacency. It's just not going to work. You're going to have to make a decision. You're going to have to choose. And are you willing to give up this relationship in order to end the conflict? Or are you going to work through the conflict, which can be tricky, in order to maintain the relationship? This reading, I'm trying to get it to resonate or be helpful for as many of you out there as possible. So every person's situation is going to be different. The bottom line is you're either losing a friend and finding peace, or finding compromise with an adversary and gaining a better relationship. So you can walk away or you can stay. Choose wisely. And if you need help deciding, I'm here for you. You can connect to me. Below, you're going to find some links for my services at my website, and we can do either a life coaching session or we can do an intuitive tarot reading. So don't go this alone once again. The response of the goddesses is friendship, joy, companionship. They're yours to have with or without this person. So this is an opportunity. This situation, this dispute is an opportunity for growth and gaining strength that will bring more fulfilling relationships and friendships in your life, either with this person or without. You're surrounded by love, so know when to prune the weeds or fertilize the soil, okay? This week, you will need a lot of love and forgiveness and compassion for yourself and this person. So I've chosen some rose quartz for that. It's great for anxiety as well. Stress, anxiety, tension. Very powerful crystal. I love it. You can also safely put it in a direct method elixir. I also want you to get in touch with some red jasper. Red tiger's eye works as well. It's for stability, security, grounding. When sometimes tempers flare, we get like those butterflies in our stomach and we start to tremble. This is a great stone for grounding. And also independence, standing on our own a little bit as we step back from that relationship. And then finally, I want you to get some fluorite, or conversely, some rock quartz. And this will help you stop those negative thought patterns, as we mentioned, as we discussed. Focus on the situation without getting carried away, making it worse, drowning yourself in worst case scenarios, which we all do. I think it's really meaningful that this girl's in her bed. See at the bottom of the card? She's in her bed at night up. So you don't want to be up all night worrying about this. You can put these crystals here that I've suggested by your bedside table, in your pocket, in an elixir. What I like to do is put some rose quartz or any other safe crystal in the elixir, make the crystal water, and then you can add a few drops of essential oil. And by doing that, you can use it as an air freshener or a body spray. Alright guys, thank you for joining me. You can always find links for my Facebook, Instagram, and services, and even healing crystals in the video description below. And thanks for joining me. Have a great week. I hope this reading will be helpful for you. That was my puppy. Love all and harm none. This includes yourself. Bye guys.